It's track reviews.
Hey, hi, hello, hi, hello, hey, hi, hello. Everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. You know who it is. And it's time for a track review. My thoughts, my opinions on a brand new song and single. This one comes from who I think is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Quite a bit of style and skill in his tool belt, Mr. Busta Rhymes. New record on the way, Extinction Level Event 2. The Wrath of God. Looks like it's going to be well over an hour too. Not exactly going to be a super trim project from Busta, but regardless, we do have a seemingly tasty teaser over here featuring none other than Kendrick Lamar, Kung Fu Kenny. He's coming through with, I think, his only major official feature of this year. Plus, given that it is Busta Rhymes and it is Kendrick Lamar, you kind of expect there to be a bit of a sense of competition here, assuming both of them are going to be going hard. At least that's what my fingers are crossed for. Maybe some lyrical fireworks, I guess we'll see. The title of the track is Look Over Your Shoulder. And let's go. Let's see if there's like any kind of mayhem going on here. Ba-bam. And there you have it, new Busta Rhymes and Kendrick Lamar, Look Over Your Shoulder. Very glamorous in terms of instrumentation, grand string sections, and a super hefty Michael Jackson sample from I'll Be There, Look Over Your Shoulders, honey. If you guys remember that one, that's kind of flying left and right throughout the instrumental. I believe some additional vocals from Nikki Greer as well, which definitely adds a smoothness to the track that I think was necessary. It's not usually the instrumental vibe that you associate with Busta Rhymes, honestly. Like a lot of his classic shit didn't exactly play out over instrumentals of this tone, and I will get into this a little bit later, but I do question to a degree whether or not his very animated and trademark delivery works well over this, type of beat. But there is, a nice laid-back jazziness to it that I think complements Kendrick really well, who kicks things off with the first verse. We have a massive one from him, a massive one from Busta, and even though I wouldn't call the song a concept track, both artists sort of seem to circle around a lot of the same themes, their love of hip-hop, what they've done and contributed to the genre historically, and also trying to, in a way, poetically define their respective artistic styles too. Flow-wise, Kendrick isn't too flashy. I think he's playing it pretty laid back here, throwing out a lot of $5 words, throwing out some impressive wordplay, and again, just going over sort of what makes him stand out as a hip-hop artist, that love and that devotion to the story, the literature. There's a subtle nod to the control verse as well, and kind of a note of betrayal, I think, going on in the last bar as well, which I think sort of reflects his general distrust for a lot of the scene, his contemporaries, and the music industry at large. Then as we get into Busta Rhymes, yeah, he's kind of celebrating his incredible prowess when it comes to flow, lyrical ability. There are some gems that stand out. I love that bar that he drops where he says, when I arrive, my theme music has a pound to it. When I leave, even my shadow has a sound to it, which I thought was a pretty sick piece of imagery. The flow switch-ups that he delivers throughout his verse are really impressive too. Not only that very fast triplet that he does, but then there's a portion post that triplet where he continues in threes, but there's almost like a skip to it. It goes from ba 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 to there's almost like a gallop to it. It's hard to explain, but there's a line where he sort of breaks into that 3 with a bit of a skip, and it's a really interesting rhythmic switch up that he jumps into very smoothly. I also love how even when he's not rapping fast, his bars are very expressive, very in your face. There's nobody else out there who really makes you feel every single word in the same way that Busta Rhymes does. Now, one more time, I will say his style and his delivery is sometimes, I think, a little too over the top for a beat that is this luxurious, this regal, this smooth, this light on the ears, especially those portions where his voice got doubled up, which, I mean, his voice already pops. I don't know how much you really need to, like, overdub Busta over this kind of instrumental to get his voice to stand out. It stands out just completely on its own. And a few of the sung lines as well, I don't think went over as well as they possibly could, but generally not really disappointed with the track at all. Stylistically, him and Kendrick gelled pretty well. I mean, they both sound good on the same song and have, I guess, very intricate and thought-provoking approaches to flow and lyricism that make both of them complementary on a song like this. And yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts on this track. I dug it, thought it was pretty good. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? What do you think I should review next? And over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Busta Rhymes, Kendrick Lamar, forever.